How can something on your website that nobody sees be so important for SEO? Well, here's the deal. Meta titles and descriptions are invisible on your site, but they actually show up in a lot of places and they help Google understand your content and get users to click through to your site. So what are meta titles and descriptions? Meta titles and descriptions are short-form copy that describe a page on your site to a user who's browsing for you in search engine results. Your meta title is like the title of a novel, and your meta description is like the short summary you see on the back. The meta title is like the main headline, which describes what the page is about, and the meta description provides a concise overview of what a user will find on that page. When you optimize your meta titles and descriptions with relevant content for Google, you're telling Google what your content is about, and you're making it easier for them to surface your content when a user conducts a particular search. If you don't write them, Google's going to auto-generate them for you. Sometimes this works, but more often than not, it doesn't. So don't leave it to chance and make sure you fill these in yourself. Okay, so why should you care? Well, you're competing for traffic that you can't see or speak to. So your meta title and description might be the only opportunity you have to communicate your business to a potential user. Your elevator pitch needs to be good enough to convince users that they should click on your site over anybody else's. They need to convince users in a matter of seconds that your website is worth visiting over competitors and that it's relevant to their search. If your meta titles and descriptions are compelling, clear, and relevant, a user is much more likely to click on you when they conduct a Google search. And studies back this up. Some studies show that an optimized meta title and description can increase your click-through rate as much as 30%. Plus, this increased click-through rate isn't just traffic in the moment. It's sending a long-term signal to Google that your site is valuable and people like it. This can further boost your organic search position. So let's get organized. When I start writing my meta titles and descriptions, I create a spreadsheet that looks like this. Trust me when I say that having a spreadsheet like this is going to make it a lot faster for you to add new pages and come up with new content. It'll also make it a lot easier if you ever migrate your site because you know all the pages you already had and the copy that you had for their meta titles and descriptions. This spreadsheet helps you develop the architecture for your website, maintain a database of all of the meta titles, descriptions, keywords, and slugs, and keep a log of keyword research you've conducted so you don't accidentally cannibalize pages on your site. If you want this spreadsheet, I've linked it in the video description, so feel free to grab a copy. So this spreadsheet has now laid out every page with all of the content you want to include on it. So let's go to the first step, which is keyword research. Keyword research is the process of identifying the searches that users are conducting that are relevant to your business. Let's break it down with an example. Imagine you run a pet grooming business in Toronto and you want to generate long-term organic traffic. Using tools like SEMrush, you can identify the right keywords that you can actually rank for and that will send you traffic for a long time. They should have a healthy balance between keyword difficulty and search volume, as well as competition, which means how many other websites are competing for those same keywords. The goal is to identify keywords that align with your business and the ones you can realistically rank for. In the pet grooming example, it might be something like pet grooming near me or dog grooming Toronto. If you have pages on these services, you can target these keywords in the meta information as well as in the headers on each of those pages. Now, when it comes to writing your meta titles, there's a few things to keep in mind. First, you want to aim for about 75 characters in length. Anything longer than that is going to get cut off in Google. So if you can't keep it that short, just make sure you keep your more important information up front. I usually structure it this way. I have a brief headline followed by the name of my site for brand reputation. Let's go through an example for our pet grooming business. Here are some examples of meta titles that they might have for different pages on their site. Now, when writing a meta description, you want to aim for about 150 characters in length. Again, if you go higher than this, it might just get cut off in Google. Focus on clarity and relevance. Your meta description should concisely summarize the content on that page. And it's not just about the keywords, it's also about engaging your audience. So don't just jam a bunch of keywords into your description and call it a day. Think about what users are really looking for when they conducted that search. While meta titles and descriptions are the dynamic duo of meta information, we have to talk about meta keywords. These are additional keywords that you can include in your web page's HTML that will help it rank. In the past, meta keywords held quite a bit of weight when it came to SEO. That's not exactly the case anymore because there were some bad actors. People were using meta keywords to stuff a ton of keywords into their HTML so that they could rank better. And so Google naturally evolved its algorithm. That said, if you're working with a web developer or a content management system, you can really easily add meta keywords, so it won't hurt and you might as well do it. It's a straightforward process. You can just add a couple extra keywords that are the most relevant to your content. Finally, below are some examples of meta keywords based on our earlier examples. Now, note that you likely won't add keywords to your blog post in the same way that you did for static pages. It's not really a common practice, but if you have a content management system like Squarespace or WordPress, you can consider using tags or categories that will make it a little bit easier for users to find this content on your site. They operate much like meta keywords, but they're not embedded in the HTML in the same way. And that's it, your meta titles, meta descriptions, and meta keywords. Like I said, if you want this spreadsheet that I use for organizing all of my meta information, you can grab it in the description for this video.